Hello boxing fanatics. Good fight dropping it right now. Light heavyweights, Joshua Buatsi versus Ricards Bolotniks. Such a great fight. I think some people are overlooking it, but this will gonna be a banger, guys. So, solar opposites, Buatsi versus Bolotniks. Buatsi has a very good amateur background, as you can see it on the screen now. I mean, not perfect one, but very good, very decent. In 2016 Olympics, bronze, not bad. European Championship, bronze. Nationals, bronze. 2 golds. That's a very good amateur background. And Ricards Bolotniks, you could say solar opposite. 18 fights, 5 defeats, 3 by KO. A self-made man. I mean, his boxing career wasn't going lately till he signed up with LNK Boxing, I think that's the name of the company, which have been promoting him, and he is going strong. He's going strong. So we have a guy who pretty much made himself fighting professionally versus guy who comes in with a large amateur experience. Yeah, height-wise, they're pretty much similar. So Buatsi is a little bit taller, a little bit younger by 3 years. But yeah, I mean, everybody's overlooking Bolotniks. But if you have seen his last fight, he is tough as nails. I mean, he's there for the war. I mean, he's like a mini version of Derek Chisora. He just goes in there and swings for the win. So he takes the punches. He's gonna take 2 to give 1, and you know, that's all him. And that's why I think this is gonna be such a great fight, because Buatsi, as look, his past performances on the record seems okay. 14 fights, 14 wins, 12 by KO. But it really comes down to that in last fights, which were his best fights when he was fighting undefeated opponents, these guys were ranked 100. That's a big difference with opponents Bolotniks was fighting. He was fighting guys who were ranked 30, even lower than that. And on this note, we're gonna see how actually good Buatsi is facing, I like to say, some real tests. So here I'm gonna show you again some statistics on BoxRec where you can compare both of their resumes. So yeah, resume wise, I would say Ricards Bolotniks has much more on experience, and he has fought a few times in cruiserweight. It wasn't fruitful for him, so he moved to light heavyweight, and you could say he kind of made comeback, and it was quite good. And Buatsi side, he was fighting guys with good records, as you can see here, but these records don't really show they had good rankings. So maybe they had like 15-0, but at the same time they didn't really fought anyone strong on their opposition. That's why I think this is like complete solar opposite of the fights, and I think this is going to be a real test for Buatsi to see what he can actually do. And if this doesn't really go to the jab fight, which I think Buatsi could win quite easily, if this goes into slugfest, I'm gonna put down that Ricards Bolotniks would knock Buatsi out. Yeah, I would go with Ricards Bolotniks. If this goes to slugging it out, not boxing smart, then I'm gonna say Ricards Bolotniks all day. I think he gonna have enough to put on the line. But the bookies, oh boy, I mean, yeah, they are all over this fight, and they are saying that I think it's some 1-7, something in those sorts. I'm gonna pull them up now. So yeah, guys, look at the statistics. Most popular bets. I mean, many people are betting Bolotniks, but the odds are really favoring Buatsi by a lot. But that's what the bookies are saying. Personally, I really think, because I was looking back on Buatsi's last fights, I think he was fighting a very weak opposition and they didn't really give him a challenge, and in this fight he could end up biting more than he can chew. And that's why I'm a bit biased, but I think this fight will gonna really turn into the war, and Bolotniks will gonna pull Buatsi in the deep water. and he can drown him there. I think he gonna score some knockdowns, but ultimately I think this fight will gonna go to the scorecards, and Bolotniks will gonna win on the scores. Yep. You may say I'm biased. Maybe there's some biased feelings because he's from my country, but I just think Buatsi hasn't really faced such a strong opponents, and just to go straight to Bolotniks and think because he has few defeats on his resume doesn't mean he's a bad boxer. Anyway, guys, subscribe, and till next time, watch the fight, enjoy it.